Greetings, everyone. Coach Mashudu here, the Mind Doctor. Today, I've got a topic that we're going to discuss, how to rewire your mind for success. So I'll just wait for another minute just to see who's joining us, then we can talk about this subject, and you'll be empowered. And as you're coming through, just say hi so that I know who's with me. So greet and say hi. So I'm live on YouTube, also live on Facebook, and also on Instagram. So I'm in almost all the channels today. And I'm also live on LinkedIn as well. For those who are on LinkedIn, hello. And to those who've been listening to this at a later stage, say hi. And also I'd like to hear what were your reflections, what are your key takeaways from this discussion. And as the Mind Doctor is something that I love talking about. Yes. And I see we've got someone who's joined us, Conscious Tower. Welcome on Instagram. And if you're coming through Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, just say hi so that I know who I'm with. And I'll just start. I do have someone who's with me at the moment. And if you're coming through, just say hi so that I know who you are. So it's a Wednesday, and Wednesdays are days of having discussions with me, the Mind Doctor. And today's topic is all about how to rewire your mind for success. And as I start, I see the emojis. So rewiring your mind for success is it's a journey, it's not a destination. And we've got a lovely mind. We've got what we call the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And as we are communicating now, listening to me, you're creating a memory within you, which will go to your subconscious mind as well about this discussion. And when somebody you're talking about, your mind will say, yes, I remember there was a day the Mind Doctor Mashudu Mbele was talking about this. So each day we are busy creating, our mind stores everything, whether it's good or bad, in our bodies. And with the work that I do, it's so fascinating when we do some of the techniques. Let's say we're addressing doubt or fear, you'll be able to know when did you start feeling the first doubt, because we look at the first gestalt. The gestalt is the first root cause of the day where you felt the first fear or the first doubt. And throughout life, you find that doubt, it always compounds unless you have dealt with the root cause and understand what was the lesson. With everything that we go through in life, there's a lesson throughout it, and their teachings, which also, when you know them, they empower you to be better as well. So coming back to today's discussion, there are a few points I'd like to talk about. Is today, as you're listening to me, and for you to be able to rewire your mind, daily we make conscious decisions, we create intentions. So decide today what you want in life. What do you desire in life? I see June has joined us. Welcome. So the first step is to decide what you desire in life. Just reflect on that. What do you desire in life? It's important that you do that with everything, because daily we're always creating intentions of what we desire in life. So just ask yourself, what do you desire in life? So that is the first thing in terms of rewiring your mind. And then the second one is to visualize what you desire so that it becomes successful. So everything starts with the mind. And there's a lovely technique that I also teach you on going deeper, as much as I'll just share some here, but there is one that we go deeper. So you visualize that success. So visualization is quite a powerful tool that one can use to help you rewire your mind. Let's say it's an exam that you have to write, or it's a job interview. Let's go for a job interview. Let's use the example of a job interview. So you're going to this job interview on Monday, the 27th of March, and the interview is at 9 a.m. So throughout the week, you'll be practicing. You'll go to the website and check the typical questions, and you look, depending on what role it is, you look into that. So, and normally it's normal to feel anxious, to feel doubt, to say, am I good enough? Am I worth it? Do I deserve this role? When such questions come through, you need to start and say, own, take ownership and say, mind, yes. The idea came, it means I need to do something about it. So you start visualizing how the interview should be. And you start empowering yourself, minimizing the doubt and fear that you're going to feel. It's normal, you'll still feel it, but just visualize how the interview needs to go in your favor. So you need to visualize and spend time visualizing yourself achieving that goal. You might say, I want, maybe you went and you didn't achieve, but you realize when you're in the interview, the doubt, the fear that you had is not similar to what you had before if you attended a previous interview. Or it could be a goal as well, or going to cook something that you have never done. So visualize yourself doing that. So when you do that, you start feeling the success, and you need to bring the emotions. So if you desire something and you don't put emotions on it, it's null and void. And it's something that I emphasize when I do my goal setting and vision board. There's a technique that I teach the delegates and say, the goal that you desire to achieve, if you don't feel it in your bones from your head to your toe, it's null and void. So you need to spend time feeling happy and get excited about that goal that you desire to achieve. So that is quite important. And then there are techniques that one can use. And the techniques can be the ones that I mentioned as well. So you can come to me, then I'll help you. I'll teach you other tools that you can use as well to empower yourself, to rewire your mind. Because everything that happens in your life, it starts with your mind. And it's important that you master your mind. You are able to understand when your ego is at play, when your higher self is at play, you're able to balance that as well. And that's self-talk. One of the techniques that you can do also in terms of you rewiring your mind for success, it's also meditating on what you desire to have. It's quite important. And another one is affirmations, and which goes well with self-talk. Daily we go through self-talk, and we find that most of the time it's negative, and you find that minimal is positive. So when the self-talk, which is negative, pops up, remind yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses. That is so important. So replace that negative self-talk with positive affirmations, which talks about what you are good at, which reinforces your strength and your ability. So that is quite important. So you could say, maybe your mind is telling you, no, you're not good enough. You start affirming, you say, I'm good enough, I'm great, I'm beautiful. And this also comes in when also in love, when we are in relationships. It's important daily you affirm yourself, because if you delegate your partner to affirm you on a daily basis, it's impossible. All of us were going through our own drama on a daily basis in our mind, and how we were raised, and the circumstances and the things that we went through. Normally, at times we don't communicate that with our partner. They don't know how we're raised, how we get triggered, and they learn along the way. So if you're expecting your partner to affirm you on a daily basis, you are delegating that responsibility. You are 100% in your body. So that is important. So affirm yourself. Say you are great, you are handsome, or you are beautiful, you're a king, you're a queen, you are highly favored, and you are the best. The reason I say you are the best, everyone is their best. We are all unique because we've got different fingerprints. So if you look at your hand, my fingerprints are not similar to yours. So when you look at your hands, just look at them. Look at the different parts. They're different from mine. So that is quite important that you always remember that. So affirm yourself. So when can you affirm yourself? You'll tell me, Coach, I don't have time. Whilst you're brushing your teeth, looking into yourself in that mirror. Because everything that you need to fix is that person in the mirror. And you have to have tough discussions and honest discussion with that person. Hi, I see Nompilo joined us. Welcome, welcome. Says, affirm yourself. Whilst you're brushing, just say, Mashudu, you're beautiful, you're amazing. And then you might hear that negative self-talk says, no, look at your eyebrow. No, you just say, no, I'm beautiful with my perfect imperfection. I know you know that song by, I just forgot his name now, one of the R&B talking about perfect, I love you with your perfect imperfections. So just appreciate yourself and say, today we're going to do this. Your ego may say, no, we're not going to do it. You're tired. You say, no, we're going to do it. And you start exercising. In the morning is quite important. I'm not a morning person as well. It's quite important you exercise, even if it's just 15 minutes, so that you release the endorphin hormones as well, and you let your heartbeat go, and you realize whatever dramas you've had the previous day with your kids, with your loved ones and everyone, they just disappear and you become better. And it doesn't mean you're not gonna forget about them. Someone say, why are you so hyped? So every morning it's important that you own your day. And it's part of the routines that I do. Even if I'm late, I didn't exercise, I do high jumps in the shower. I know you might say it's risky. I've got a way of doing it. I don't just jump. I do it with my flow piece on the shower. So do something, even if it's just 25 push-ups, because you need to let your heart rate go. And another thing, because when we're asleep, our internal organs are going through a lot. So it's important that you revive them and you release the toxins. How do you release the toxins? You drink water, you flush it out. And the best way, you can add fresh lemon if you don't react to fresh lemon. And then also you can just have warm water. So every morning, affirm yourself. Tell the world, let the devil hear that you are awake when you wake up. And shout it out. And the moment you do it, when you shout it out, your whole body, because our mind records everything, your whole body, your ear, you are being in alignment with your mind, body, and spirit. You're being one, and let it vibrate within you. And by the time you come out, your family will go like, yo, what has happened to you? You realize the goddess, the king that you are. So that is important that you affirm yourself. Yes, it's John Legend. Thank you. I had forgotten. So John Legend sings about imperfection. That is what we need also to remind ourselves that the way you're created, you're the best gift to your creator. Some might give you names, but remember, as you go to bed tonight, as you wake up daily, you're the greatest gift that your creator has ever created. Never doubt that, because you're not here on earth by chance. So affirm yourself. Affirm yourself daily. And also, one of the things, once you're affirming yourself, is that you realize you start boosting your self-confidence, you start boosting your self-image, and you start becoming amazing. And one of the things that we tend not to do, I always tell my clients when our foolish is listening now, small wins, you need to celebrate them. You celebrate them by having a favorite cup of tea, by going to buy McFlurry if you love ice cream, by having a tea with yourself, going to have that cappuccino. I love red cappuccino. So if I have that, I just... So another thing, as you are rewiring your mind and also achieving those small successes, it's important that you celebrate yourself. It also boosts your confidence and your self-image and your self-esteem. Because as much as if you don't assure yourself on a daily basis, as much as your loved ones or your boss or your leader or your kids can tell you, oh, mommy, you're beautiful, oh, daddy, you look amazing, you did well. If you don't tell yourself first, you won't feel it. And they'll be so disappointed because your reaction when they're saying it, you just say, nah. So it's important you celebrate yourself. It's important you do those. If it means going tumble on the grass just to celebrate yourself, do it. Because all of us, we've got that inner child. And that inner child also always tells us to do crazy stuff, but do safe, crazy stuff. So do safe, crazy stuff. Even if you're wearing a suit, you feel like jumping and screaming, just do it. Continue parenting that young child within you. All of us, we've got that young child. So learn to remove the mask. Remove the mask and tap to the power and tap to your creativity. Because when you tap to your creativity, you become successful. You come up with ideas that the world hasn't seen. And people might say, the naysayers might say, that is impossible. It is possible because you are the one who's supposed to come with that idea. And someone will say, I've opened such a business similar to yours. The question is, if you ask them on a daily basis, what were the habits that they were doing whilst they were opening the business? So they might not come to you and say, you're going to fail. Wonder what did they do? We all do things differently. We are all gifted. So as much as people might pull you down and say that won't succeed, just tell them, I'm going to try it. I'm going to fail. Because another step is about failure, embracing failure. Failure means say, start all over again, do it differently. There are so many ways. Like even if you look at our body when we go to sleep, it goes through a lot of chemical reaction so that we renew, we regenerate. The same as failure. Failure says, no, go and renew and regenerate. Do something different. So I'm not saying when you have failed, you shouldn't cry. Feel, grieve those emotions. But after that, wake up and pack yourself in the bag and ask yourself, do a self-introspection. Say, what did I do right? What didn't go well? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to do differently? And ask help from others. And also surround yourself with people who have achieved that. You might say, I don't have such a circle. Social media is there. Start Googling, start asking. And no one is going to come and help you unless you ask. No one. And we can read your mind. As much as there are people who can read your mind, they won't have the guts to come and tell you. But most of the time, you find that your loved one, your friends, your colleagues, your leaders, they can't read your mind. You need to speak up. It's the same as our Creator when He created the earth. He said, let there be light on day one. Let there be this. So do that. Speak up and ask for help, because no one is going to come and save you. You need to save yourself by asking for help in the right places. And how do you check it's the right places? We've been given this gift, all of us, which is called our sixth sense or our intuition. Listen to it. If you have been doubting it, start cultivating it. Start cultivating it from today. And how can you cultivate it? There's so many ways you can do so. If you're a mom or you're a dad, or you are a sister and you've got lots of people in the house, just buy playing cards. So how that helps is that you have playing cards and you shuffle them around, you ask your kids, they'll show you what the number is. So maybe it's 5 cards, there's a spade, there's a 1, and you look at it. And then you say they should close it, and they raise 1 card and say, they ask you, what is it? You might find that out of 5, you'll get 2, out of 3, and you continue doing that, because we are all energy. We've got so much power within ourselves. So as time goes on, you cultivate that intuition. So that is a way that there's so many ways. I'll just share that one. Start doing that. So you're cultivating your intuition, your sixth sense. You're learning to believe in yourself. You might be someone that's been shut down all the time. Like you would have had an idea. Let's say you're in a business meeting or you're in a meeting with your bosses. And when they ask a question, you've got the answer, but you're someone who can express themselves. And then after, then somebody says, and you go, I wish I had said it. So this is an opportunity to be able to stop to say, I wish I'd said it. This is an opportunity to start expressing. So whilst you're doing that, cultivating, you're also having time with family. You're leaving your gadgets away, because most of the time, some of the things that stop us from succeeding is our gadgets. So is your gadget your number one value? Ask yourself today. I know it's a Not a nice question to ask. Is your gadget your number one value? So just ask yourself. So in terms of gadgets, what you can do is time management to understand whether gadget is your main value. So I still have to teach people. I need to run that workshop on time management. I also find it a lot with my clients. They'll say, I still don't manage time. I've got these ideas. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this, but I don't know. There is time management. So for now, what I can say to you, for the next 7 days, log daily. Almost every hour what you do. Don't judge. No one is going to watch where you are writing unless it's your kids will say, or your partner say, why are you writing? Just say, no, I'm learning to manage my time. So be authentic, be congruent, and write down each hour what you spend time on for the next 7 days without judgment. And when you do that, you're on your way to owning your time. Then when I do my live next week, I'll continue this discussion on time management. So do that. Yes, I'm gonna do, but this one, I'll do the workshop. But for now, just for the next 7 days until you see me. So the next live will be Monday. So I'm away from Wednesday to the 29th of March to the 9th of April. I'm going on a silent retreat. So I might record some. So I'm going on a silent retreat. So I won't be able to have access to my phone, to my gadgets. So when you join that silent retreat, it's a 10-day, they take away your gadget, they take away your notebooks, everything. The silent retreat is just to be with you in your body, to understand how your mind works, how you work. And it's a gift that I'm giving myself this year. So I'll challenge you also to do it. I once did it in 2019, and then I did share that I'm away, so I will be away. So you can still reach out. You can still go through to my WhatsApp, which is 061518328, and also just leave messages if there's anything that is required. But we'll also automate. There will be someone managing the WhatsApp group and the emails. So that is another thing. So for me, being away on that retreat is to go and master my mind better. And also to just do a reflection and do a shake up within my life and shake up in what I've been doing and just to be with me. And most of the time, I find that I'm working, I'm doing this as much as I'm doing coaching, I'm running my clothing range as well. I'm a mom, I'm driving around. Like even today, if I were to tell you my itinerary, you'll laugh. Morning, I had a client. After that, I had to pick up my son from the airport in Durban. Then I had to go and drive to Durban and go pick up the latest clothes that I'm selling. And then coming back, taking out the kids for lunch, coming back and continue with the business, and then now the live, and then after the live, it's another client. So I'll be jotting there. So just in the next 7 days, just diarize what you're doing. So it's part of our work. So to rewire your mind for success, it starts with you. It's you telling yourself, what do you desire? And then after desiring it, that you start visualizing it. Even the best coaches, I know with Usain Bolt as well, that he's got coaches. Before he even finished that 100-meter fast, he starts visualizing it in his mind, how he can be successful, because he's aligning himself with his mind, body, and spirit. So by the time he goes to practice, it's so easier because the mind runs everything. And then when he just feels like he's tired and the coach is there to support him, life is not enjoyable if you don't have your cheerleaders, if you don't have your coaches. We go through so many challenges. You have to have those people that can pick you up and encourage you so that you can step to your greatness as well. So that is quite important. So the best athletes, the best people who are doing amazing things out there, they've got coaches, they've got mentors. So you cannot continue repeating the same mistake again. It has been done before. Go and find people who will help you to achieve your success much faster than you will ever do by yourself. So you could reduce you doing your success over 3 years by 2 years because of having that support system, the mentors. And you need to pay because it's an energy exchange. Someone who just sits there and listens to you they could be doing something at that time. They could be adding value in that other. So everything that we do in life is an energy exchange. And you can also do bartering. If you've got a skill, let's say you are someone who designs websites, you can go and ask for coaching for someone and say, I'm going to manage your social media, I'm going to manage your website, as said, if you don't have money at that time. So look at ways of bettering how you can have that energy exchange with someone. So everything that you need to achieve, it can be done. It all starts with the mind. It's all you starting with desiring having that intention and deciding what do you desire in your life. And then being disciplined and being authentic and congruent with your life and visualize that success. And you can do that through affirmation, so through meditation and having that self-talk daily. Go over 6 billion negative thoughts. And when those negative thoughts, some I know they might be listening, they know that tip of saying, you say to yourself, delete, delete, delete. And if it's a good thought, just say thank you, and note it down. You realize those good thoughts, they become an idea. They become a solution to someone's problem, and you start monetizing them. So daily we're given ideas of abundance in our life that we need to action. But daily, if we don't action them, we flush them daily. So they come through our head, they go through our body, and when we go to the bathroom, we flush them. So how many ideas are you still flushing them? So it's time to master your mind, and I can help you master your mind. You can reach out for sessions, and I can help you. And for sessions, you can send a DM or you can send a WhatsApp on 061 518 3208. Or you can send an email to coach@enablersolutions.co.za. And I trust these tips will help you. And from what you just heard, what stood out for you, what tip are you going to start applying from today? It doesn't have to be big, because I said, let's start celebrating small wins. Let's start celebrating small wins. What is that tip that you're going to start doing so that you start rewiring your mind, this precious mind, for success? Okay, I see. So when I was making some examples on how to celebrate, I see someone say tumble on the grass. Yes, tumble on the grass. Where I saw tumble on the grass, I was watching Mina now. Some of the things that I do is also understanding how people are relationships. So at times I look at shows just to see what is happening out there. And there's this couple, the lady, she's a singer, I forgot her name now. She likes tumbling, and she's that youthful. I know people might judge her, but it's so amazing just to tap to the inner child and just do crazy stuff. Because when you do that, you release good hormones, you release endorphins, and you become happier, and you become infectious. Other people, you become a role model. So do that. Go and tumble on the grass. Go and have those quick wins. And with my clients, they know if they are going to celebrate something, they need to show me a photo. I don't want to hear that I celebrated. I need to see that photo. If it's a dress, I want to see it. If it's a cake, I want to see it. If it's anything, I just want to see it so that you are showing. And this also tells your mind, you start practicing, your mind says, okay, we need to celebrate all these small things. And it's something that I didn't know how to do. So let's celebrate. Okay, I see. Yes, let's go and tumble on the grass. I'm going to do it as well. I'm going to tumble on the grass. I'll take a photo. I'll share on my social media. It's a challenge to everyone who's yes, you want evidence. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to tumble. I'll say the kids take a video. If it's not on the grass, I'll do it on the beach. Oh. Yes, okay. I see Milena says I can't go for a silent retreat now, but I can have a silent hour every weekend. Thank you for sharing that. What I can also share as well is that maybe on Sundays are a beautiful day. what you could do for 3 hours, just put your phone away, switch it off, and just go somewhere by yourself where there's no gallery, where there's no people, and you just sit in your body. You can take a notebook and just remove that distraction, and you realize by just doing that, you're rewiring your mind, and your week is going to be amazing. And then when you're ready, you can elevate that to 3 days. Last year, when I resigned from my employer, February, I went to Ikopo. It's a Buddhist retreat. They offer silent retreat opportunities. So I went there, booked, and I told them I'm on a silent retreat. So I was there for 3.5 days. No phones, no nothing. So one has to do that. We never spend time with ourselves. We're so scared to do that. So I challenge you to go and do that. So I'm looking forward to the 10 days. Before, I used to be scared, but I'm so excited. I can't wait for the new person who's coming, because daily, I say, if you're working on yourself, you're rewiring your mind, you're dying. People are attending your funeral. I know in those 10 days, I'll be attending my funeral of habits and thought patterns that I need to leave behind. So I'm looking forward to discover who's going to be on the 9th of April. When I get access to my phone, I know it will be so flooded, my emails. But yeah, and it's a discipline. So one will say, no, I don't have time to do this. So as Bulela suggested, just take 1 hour in a day. You just switch off from the world. It can be 3 hours or a day. Just do it for yourself and start doing that. Start cultivating. You'll realize the things that you need to achieve, they'll be coming so faster than you ever thought. And somebody will say, no, when you're using some witchcraft. And you're not. All you're doing, you're just separating yourself from the world and tapping to the power within you and say, I'm falling in love with this person. I'm understanding how this person thinks. And throughout with that session, I find that you are going through a lot of emotions. You are crying and all that. Do it. Do what you can, but be with yourself at least 1 hour a week with no one, no gadgets, no nothing. So that is what we challenge you. So I trust what I've just shared will help you. Thank you, Milena. I can't wait. I look forward to the new me. I'm terrified, but I'm excited. I'm just excited about what is about to unfold. So I'm very excited. We see I've got Rulani as well. Who else didn't acknowledge? We've got Punza as well. I see there are other 3 who have joined. Welcome, guys. If you have missed out on what I shared, just go back to the recording. And also the recording is on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Transformation Coach Mashudu as well. And do share this with others. You'll realize you'll empower others, what I've just shared. We just have to do those small tweaks. And being a metallurgical engineer, it's all about process improvement, changing one thing at a time, small things, those small things, turning the wheel, you realize your life gets better. And I trust with what I've just shared today, your life gets better. And when you're ready to be coached and you need to learn more techniques, you need to master your mind a lot faster than you could ever do it by yourself, reach out to me. Let me help you. But I'll help you in April when I come back. Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy, share, tag your friends who need to listen to this. Subscribe. I see Mana Lady just joined us. Mana Lady, I'm about to leave, but just do listen to the recording as well and share and tag your friends wherever they are so that they can listen to this. I'm so excited for your time, for choosing to be with us. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I never take for granted just the time that people take just to listen and be empowered, and I trust this discussion has empowered you. And thank you for the engagement. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. I've got 5 minutes to my next client. And yeah, this is the life that I chose. I enjoy it. At times, someone might think like it's hectic. I do have my breaks during the day. And yes, it's all about time management. Remember to do your homework on time management for the next 7 days. Record everything that you do every hour. And then after that, I'll tell you what you're going to do with that info. So that is your homework. And take care. You're loved. Bye-bye. That's me, the mind doctor, Mashudu Mbele. Bye-bye.